Do people around you speak highly of you, and it may feel a bit awkward that they kind of do it a lot more than you'd ever expect? See, a lot of people nowadays are very desensitized, and, well, for times immemorial, the majority of people have been fake people. They don't have a sense of mortality, therefore, they think that being immortal, they have all the time in the world to waste with all sorts of little squabbles, overthinking, distractions, and all sorts of things, having at the same time no progress in their life, not doing anything that would make their life better. So when people like these usually start talking nicely about you and they actually overdo it in a way, well, you see, there is a great quote that my ancestors would say. See, when people talk nicely about you, well, that's kind of the first step towards the treason that is being built, right? Towards the treason that is being planned for you. Because people need to draw you in a certain web of feeling well about them. Now, it's not necessarily the fact that people may, um, you know, have plans against you, but you see, you know how miserable people are. Give them the opportunity to cause misery in other people's lives, and well, they will do it. Especially with the pandemic, especially with all situations in which people feel even more lonely, and the more people distract themselves with all sorts of social media, they socialize less and less, saying that today's children will be far more frustrated than the adults we have today. So those children will end up as adults who will probably not be too capable of socializing, will probably be way more desensitized in many situations unless they have proper guidance. And imagine that those will be easily manipulated against anyone that is not wanted by a society that seems more and more intended on controlling everything. So, in such a world, when people talk nicely about you, just keep a close eye. Many people say keep your friends close, but your enemies may be even closer, you know, nowadays. Well, a quote of mine when I was highly bent on being a loner and a survivalist back in the times where I was kind of always the misfit. A quote of mine would say, in a fake world, each new friend you have is a future possible enemy. So better invest a lot into learning how to read people, how to understand their vibes, because when people start acting nicely towards you, but you can easily feel that they're fake, well, there typically is gonna be some kind of interest because fake people are usually alone. They crave attention. And the point is, you see, don't mind much about their cutesy words because in the end, fake people will usually come up with fake emotions and fake thoughts, right? Don't worry, it's just lunch, right? That's a quote that was once said, but the quote was said, by the spider to the fly. Don't worry, it's just lunch. The point is, make sure that those toxic people are not the spider and you don't end up being the fly. This being said, hopefully this video would raise a bit of awareness. Take care, enjoy life, and this being said, Ferenc Board signing out.